Okay, Ross Taylor asked if I had more respect for pioneers now that I'm kind of experiencing what they're going through. Not really. Um, I had a lot of respect for them to begin with. I think what they did was pretty amazing. I'm kind of doing something similar to it, but not really. Um, and I'll kind of go into the title of the show, Alaskan Pioneer. Kind of debated with between a couple different titles. With Alaskan Pioneer, it's kind of self-descriptive. And I'm not a pioneer, obviously. I'm just kind of having fun. But I'm kind of retracing some of the steps of the pioneers. So, if you want to, you can read about something, or you can simulate it, or you can just go do it. So, there are obviously some exceptions to what I'm doing, differences between what I'm doing and what they did. But this is probably fairly close, or at least as close as you're going to get in today's society. Um, so there's that. And I'm not really following the footsteps of pioneers as much as homesteaders. I call it pioneers because people know what that is. Homesteading is a little bit different. Um, Basically, the government wanted people to move out to Alaska or to the Midwest, 150 years ago, and they would say that we will give you the land if you move onto it and build it up. Basically, build a house, maybe have a farm, some livestock. They had various rules depending on the region. But if you're willing to do all that, then you could have the land for free. So young, healthy people, desperate people, poor people, they'd give it a shot, and they say, yeah, we'll go do that. Even during the Great Depression, they moved a bunch of people from the lower 48 up to, I think, the Matanuska Valley to try to farm and live up here doing that. And that went really badly, I think, for a lot of the people. Although actually that's true of most pioneers and most homesteaders. For the homesteading at least, most people, I mean the vast majority, could not do it, last for 5 years and get the free land. So the program was shut down. Nowadays you can just buy the land very inexpensively. But it's kind of sad. I think it would be cool if you could get free land. Although if you look it up on the internet, you actually can do that still in some places. I've seen offers in Michigan and North Dakota where it's not quite as good a deal. They don't give you 60 or 40 acres or 160 acres. They'll give you maybe a third of an acre in a neighborhood if you agree to build a house. So you have to have a job and that kind of stuff. You really can't do it on your own. But it's a similar situation, and it's just kind of a fun thing to think about. So I guess the best description of what I'm doing would be a modern reenactment of homesteading, or what they went through. Now I brought supplies, but they would have brought supplies and tools. I brought food, and they would have as well, in addition to living off the land, which I'm going to try my best to do as well. The whole isolation thing, that's not necessarily the way it was back then, although for some people it was. So anyway, it's a good question. It's kind of a little background on my thoughts on what I'm doing. Some people seem to think I was cheating, or that I'm not being fair or something. When I allow myself a chainsaw, or I allow myself to shoot videos and send them in. I guess I would say, this isn't a game show. This is just me doing my thing, and you're welcome to come along. Just don't whine. I don't want to hear it. So hope you enjoy it. I'm certainly having fun, or at least an interesting time out here. And I'll report some more later. Thanks.